Hey, don't adjust the channel. You rocking with your boy Blade. Ain't no telling what we gonna get into today. It's gonna be action-packed. I want you to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get the freshest, the hottest, the newest videos. This channel is all about inspiration. It's all about positivity, good energy. But we definitely gonna have fun. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna think smart, but we're gonna have fun more than anything on this channel. But I want y'all to let all your friends know, even your baby mama. What's good, YouTube? I usually don't do long videos, but in this video right here, I just wanted to just tell y'all kind of what was going on. Man, y'all like Monte Carlos and stuff. This is a very dope video right here. This is gonna be a very dope vlog from somebody I really respect in the car game. His name is Lee Perez. I'm gonna drop his information on there, and it's Mexican Lee's Therapy Garage. I believe that's the one it is on YouTube. I'll clarify it. I'll have the link below so y'all can check out his channel. I'm a hashtag. I'm doing everything I can to put it together. But before we get too far off the track, this guy, he built an award-winning box Chevy back in the day called the Wolverine. It was an amazing car. Y'all will see some pictures of it. He sold that car. He no longer has it. He's currently working on a 77 Monte Carlo. They did a 5.3 LS swap pretty much. Well, the Yukon, the same difference. Everybody that knows a 5.3 is the cast iron block that comes out of the Tahoes. So he has a 5.3 in there, and he's putting a panoramic roof in there. He's doing a lot, like frame off on that one. And then he had, what was the other one? 87, I believe, SS, like the one I'm building, a Gbody. He's gonna go back doing a lot of original stuff. He's doing very minor little details that you probably won't notice when it's all put back together, but it's gonna be an amazing car. Both of these cars are gonna be very amazing. He got a Regal for his son. I believe his other son, I believe he finna do a Cutlass. So he has a very interesting YouTube channel. He needs more people to go over there and like, subscribe, comment, do all the good things that, you know, my supporters do. I'm currently working on doing some merch and everything. So going to 2024, I plan to add some more things onto the channel because selling merchandise will help move the channel forward and help me to be able to complete my bills just a little bit more quicker because right now things are on hold because I don't have enough streams of income coming in right now, and I want to do something different. I want to see who really rocking with me. I'm gonna make sure all my merch is quality. I'm putting my hands on everything. I'm gonna make sure I have reasonable stuff. But man, we can talk about that stuff all day. I'm just dropping some jewels on y'all. I'm gonna give y'all kind of a couple samples of what I'm thinking about at the end of the video, and y'all want to fast forward, kind of show y'all some of the things that I've seen that I kind of like. But I got a rendering that I'm working on, and we're gonna see what that looks like. And hopefully that'll be done in a few days. But yeah, man, y'all just check out my boy stuff, man. I was really excited to make this video. Me and him been going back and forth, but we finally was able to make it happen. And I'm just hoping that everybody likes this video. If not, hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna keep on doing stuff like this because it's about getting around other builders that have more experience, more advice, more knowledge. And I need those people to complete my builds. I need that help. I need that advice. So, man, it's a lot of game in this video. I'm hoping that it's going to help somebody. But, man, y'all just stay tuned. And that's why I hate doing body work when it gets cold. I was trying to have on the whole car painted. The body, I was trying to have that shit painted before it got cold. Man, so you done cleaned up the frame. You rebuilt these control arms too? Yep. They're all factory. I just rebuilt them, cleaned them up. So this is a Yukon 5.3
You got an LS2 intake or is that LS1 intake?
Actually, I had the LS1 intake, the car intake, but I bought the 10, the sheet metal black intake that goes on the top. I bought that. So
I was looking at it, and I'm trying to understand what kind of heads those are in importance. I'm trying to understand all this stuff because I'm like, I understand that they got cathedral, which those look like those are cathedral intakes.
They got the little point at the top, and then the other ones are just like a rectangle. Yep.
I'm learning. See, that mean, hey man, my little lesson's paying off.
Yeah.
Man, this is 72.
77.
77.
Yeah.
Man, this is a Monte Carlo, but man, it's this one way longer than the G body.
Yeah. Shit, look at the hood compared to the G body hood.
Man, for sure. Look at the fender. That's a panel.
Hey, bro,
you know what I mean? That's a panel.
Too, man.
So man, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely side by side. That's interesting.
Yep.
It's a whole damn. At some point, it's probably like 2 feet taller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The trunk's only that big though.
Oh man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you look at it though, them lines is crazy on it.
Yeah.
When you really sit back and look at these classic cars, man, the lines. Chevy was doing something right back then.
Yep. And that's the thing,
but all of them was though.
I don't think they'll ever get to that point again though.
I ain't gonna lie. All of them was. I think the fitment was the worst thing.
Yep.
I think the suspension. It's a few things now where I'm like, they got that dialed in. Like the LS motor dialed in now. Yep. Suspension, they took QA1s. Everybody think they need QA1 double. Tell me you don't see that, double adjustables.
Bro.
Everybody think they got QA, they need double adjustables. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the most 80% of the dudes out here that are building them cars, they're not really going through the bottom of the car. They're just slapping that shit on there because everybody's doing it. You know
they don't understand what they're buying.
But you're not road racing your car.
See, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the water pump. I'm looking at your pulleys. I'm looking at that. What's that right there? That steering part. That shock.
The stabilizer.
Stabilizer.
Just to keep the steering stiff.
You didn't rebuild the gearing box too?
No, I'm gonna get a new one. I was gonna rebuild it because I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to do this shit.
Goodness, man. I feel like we had a museum, but all right, man. I know we got a lot more than this.
My mom was cool with it, and that was because I just stood on my word. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, here I don't know nobody, so man, you live
materials
with a lot of money.
Materials expensive. Instead of going higher.
It's gotten even worse. It's almost double the price for anything: bondo, primer, paint, and people don't understand that.
How much it take to even spray. Like when I tell a person, I say, when you buy bondo, it needs something. When you buy reducer, you got to have reducer to do anything. You got to have thinner to do anything. It's some things that you have to have tape, paper to do anything. I don't give a damn. Everything. Shit, so it's like, it's no way around.
And so clear coat, and then you can get the cheap ass clear coat, which people want a $10,000 job with a $125 gallon of clear. You ain't gonna get that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want that kind of, and I ain't even going 10 grand. You gotta give me at least 22,000. I mean, at least 20 to about between 20 and 50. If I'm gonna do this kind of work right here, because everything that I'm gonna buy is gonna be top of the line products. The work's gonna be top of the line, and I'm gonna take my time. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, he ain't just talking his shit, man. I'm gonna show y'all this, but we gotta see this. My bad, man.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta see this. The Wolverine, the famous car.
That's the original.
Man, because I was like, man, he repping the hell out of Michigan down here in Texas.
And bro, you know,
man,
I'm not even in the sport.
But here go the Gbody. But that what was so crazy. I seen your car on ESPN at one point in time, and I was like, wow. I say for something that's not related to sports, it's really, because I was looking at like the passion. I'm like, that dude passionate about cars. That's one thing that I knew instantly when I seen that car. All right, so man, boom. You pulled the motor mounts out. What's these right here? These the fuel lines?
Yep. The fuel line and then the air line.
So right here, this is how it's gonna look when I take my control arms. That's what they bolt to?
Them bolts are like, they're pressed in, but a lot of times, like one of mine, it came loose when I hit it with the impact. It started spinning, so I'm gonna put a tack on it.
Man, you say you was gonna rattle can. Here you go. Always going extra. Always going extra.
I did though. That is rattle can.
That's rattle can. I could swear this came out the gun, man.
Cause I ain't feel like cleaning my gun, having to go through all that, wasting my liners and stuff. And
Oh yeah, he's spraying with the liners and everything.
I ain't going through all that.
Man, I bought that little cheap Harbor Freight gun, man, and I love it.
Which one?
It's a Spectrum.
Black Widow?
Now I ain't did the Black Widow.
I want to get that one.
Yeah.
I gotta try that one. I got to.
And that's the thing though, it's like you get what you pay for, but I mean Harbor Freight for what we doing, being hobbyists, I think is perfectly good gun.
Yep.
Because the Iwata, I like the Iwata LPH 400.
Ooh, them are nice.
But it's like anything outside of that is not reasonably priced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what year is this? While I was looking at, I was like, man, here's an 86.
This one's 87.
87, so you got the long lights.
Yep.
Man, because I got an 86. I'm going to lift this up a little bit just so they can kind of get a little idea of what you're working with. I'm showing the images that he ain't showing on YouTube. So that's the 87 right there. Got his fillers.
I gotta take that wing off and the refiberglass, and it's cracked on the other side.
Man, it's not in bad shape, huh? I already know you finna kill this interior. See, I want to do like those where they had the LED armrests coming through here, that white. Man, you already know.
Yeah.
I'll be
I'm
on
gonna have him do mine too.
I be on him, and it's another dude. He in Memphis, Sloom09. But see, I be on Instagram. I do a lot of social media.
Okay.
And then I went to Memphis. I love Memphis. They kill it out there. They got a dude named Memphis Mike. He built LS Motors, and man, he got a car like this. Crazy. I'm talking about Candy, sitting on like some 26s, and I'm talking about running. Like if you talking about doing some racing, and you want to do some big rim racing, Memphis got some action for you, especially Gbodies. They gonna get dead on your ass with one of these.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this car everywhere. I tell my partners right now. I say, this in the Fox Body Mustang. Every weekend you could catch these at any drag strip in America.
Shit, that's why they're so
getting down.
Expensive. Shit. Bro, I was mad at myself. Even my wife was like, "You paid how much?"
Man, you gotta have 55 to get in the game.
Bro.
And that's if you negotiate now, because they'll say you 10,000. Man, so we got the springs, control arms, shock, right?
Yep.
There's a shock. All right, so we got both sides. So you keeping it pretty much always separated.
Yeah, that way I know exactly when I work on something, I'm gonna go straight to one side only, knock out the one side. Once that side's done and complete, then I'll go to the other side.
I just don't want my car bust down for too long.
Right.
And this is what I'm really scared of.
Springs?
Man, I'm terrified of that because I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And I have an idea too, as far as like with the bearings. I just don't want to slide it and drill rotors. I want it clean.
Okay.
I know that I won't slide it and drill. I just like the look of that. And some probably like, I'm trying to incorporate a different color other than red. I like pink a lot.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I was like, but I want to go darker with the maroon. I want to come up with a black sealer, and I want it to be that dark where it's damn near passing for black. And then I want to do black gloss on the hood and probably black gloss on the spoiler.
So you want it like black, or you want it like black cherry, to where when the lights hit it hit?
I want every panel.
red.
I want every panel on the vehicle to be like that dark, because it's considered a red. I call it plum.
Okay.
You know that the purple Monte Carlo, and then I always thought the stripe was a solid red coming through it. It's actually like 3 different colors.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it right there. Because I
always thought it was just red.
But his stripes are all red, but they're not. The original ones aren't. There's like an orange one in there, I think.
Yeah, and see if you buy the kits from like Dixie, Amani, Mike's Money, they finna be high as hell.
Yeah.
And a lot of people be saying, "Don't do that. Go another route."
Okay.
How you go? What you gonna do with yours?
I'm probably gonna either go with one of them guys, because everything I bought so far was either from them For the Monte shit, and actually I got to get on Mike's Montes tonight. I already got my parts in the cart, but I'm going with the
ball joints.
core support mounts. I got to get the third brake tail light because that one is missing. And then, this little air dam thing. I got to order that right quick.
I got to get one of them too. Mine's all messed up. Well, not the air down, but the bumper chin splitter.
Oh, the one that goes on, the black one that goes like this?
Yep.
All the way around? Mine is cracked too. I got to order that.
What happened was mine, I bought the bearings, I put the radiator piece back on, the header panel, or what I think that would be called, radiator support. I put it back, the core support, I put it back on, but I tightened it down so much that the bolt sunk.
Oh shit, it pushed through the washer?
Yep. I squished the shit out of it, so I got some more coming.
Okay.
But that's the one thing I realized, you gotta have the right PSI.
Yeah. Not only that, but
and the right
torque
tools.
wrenches.
I didn't have the right tool.
Get some torque wrenches. A lot of people, like on the motors, gaskets, especially, torque them hoes. Whatever it says, and like if you can find the shit online, follow that, or a manual. If you got an old manual, go and follow them numbers. Because a lot of times you might think, okay, cool, that's enough. And then you get to this side, by the time you get back to that one, you're gonna be like, let me hit it again. By that time, you done cracked the valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket, or the transmission pan gasket. You pushed it out too much. You might think it's good, but as soon as it builds up that pressure, that shit's gonna start spitting.
See, I got to figure out what bolts I need to get them control arms off, man, and how to get the springs. So I'm gonna get some advice from him, man. I'm gonna cut y'all back on, but before I cut y'all back on, I want him to shout out his YouTube, all the information, how they can find you, Facebook. Do you want to be found?
Yeah, I don't mind. As far as my YouTube, it's Mexican Lee's Therapy Garage at Mexican Lee. Instagram, man, I don't even know what my Instagram is.
Oh shit, here you go.
It might be Lee Perez or Mexican Lee. One of the two.
They let y'all know he's not checking it. He's not checking. Don't inbox him over there. Y'all better get him on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's active on there. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much all the time. Facebook is really about the main one because I hurry up, just click the phone out real quick and I'm gone. I do a quick live and then show what I'm doing. Lately, the YouTube channel hasn't been updated.
You 4 months behind.
Yeah, big time. And my main thing was once it started getting cold and hot, I don't like spreading Bondo, doing body work. When the metal's cold and I'm trying to heat it up, it still stays somewhat cold and it starts building up condensation. And I don't like putting Bondo on because that shit starts getting moist underneath. It'll get that moisture underneath. So you'll start having problems later. That's why I stopped on that car.
See, man, that's why y'all gotta watch the channel. He got this project going on. He gonna have this one done soon. He got another one back there. That's the one I'm probably gonna show that part. I don't know, but y'all see it one way or another. But we got some dope content coming, and I'm hoping to get them back to recording.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gotta stay tuned though.
No doubt. The main thing is the tools. As long as you have your main thing that you're gonna need a heavy sledgehammer, not no big ass one, but a decent sized sledgehammer, a pickle fork, and your sockets. And you don't need no gun. You don't need no impact gun. You can do all this shit by hand. An impact gun will make it a lot faster and quicker, but needle nose pliers or some regular channel lock pliers to pull all your pins, cotter pins out of all your ball joints and tie rods, and that's it. That's all you need, a good jack.
I mean, my shit look just like that. I thought it was mud, but that's actually the bush is just aging.
Yep.
I mean, you got all kinds of different wire brushes and options.
Yep.
You finna get down through there.
I even got the ones that go on the.
Man, I'm looking at that gearbox, man. You actually finna restore it too?
I want to.
Damn.
I don't think this is leaking. A lot of times they leak here and here. I don't think
Hold
it's
on.
leaking,
What you
so
say
I
they
think
be
I'm gonna
leaking
just clean it.
From where?
The bottom, the seal here, and then there's a seal in there. Oh shit, that one might be leaking.
Yeah, it look like it's showing signs.
So I might have to go buy a new one.
Man, this man know these shits inside out.
'Cause I ain't
Which
gonna
car
keep
do
the car.
you think you're the most familiar with? Where it's like, man, I know this bitch in and out.
Shit, any Gbody, them. I
That was like your era, though, huh?
The Caprice. And then with that one, when I built that one, because that was a frame off too. I borrowed my homeboy's rotisserie for that one. But I had another box Chevy that I bought for $100 just for parts. But it ran so good that I kept it. And I was looking at shit from that one as I took that.
How you get $100 box Chevy, bro? That's a whole story. That's a story that you got to share with your YouTube channel.
It was at a shop.
That's actually be a great story time. Like you take a picture, do your video like right here in front of this car, and tell your story about, or with your picture, and you say, man, how I bought the world's cheapest box Chevy, $100. Yep. So you went to a dude's shop.
I seen it at a shop. I went to a paint store when I worked in Cleburne.
Okay. At
the Armored Division, and I went to the paint store to get something before I went home, and I saw the car sitting in this shop. So I went to ask the owner of the shop, hey, what's up with that box Chevy? You selling parts off of it? He was like, nah, the owner didn't want to rebuild the transmission. It's been sitting here for 6 years. I was like, God damn, 6 years. He was like, yeah, why, you want to buy it? I was like, shit, yeah, I'll buy it. How much? He said, I can't give you a title, but I'll give you a bill of sale. And I didn't know about the bonded title thing. We didn't do that in Michigan.
They got a lot of title shit going on here in Texas.
Yep.
Boy, they got like 6 different titles you can get. So when you get a bonded title, I mean, if you resell it, it can go back to pink. But as long as you own it, it won't go pink until you get so many years of owning it with a bonded title. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Because I'm telling you, Texas got a gooky situation. Man, some people don't have have salvage titles. See here, they got salvage, rebuilt, remanufactured. Yeah. They got yellow, pink, blue, about 5 or 6 different colors. They got bonded. And then if you buy some shit without a title, you might spend more money trying to get the title transferred here in Texas
than what the cars were.
Because that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
Because you probably went down there and say it was a gift. And what they tell you, well, we're going to go off the value of what the car is worth, and then you're going to pay a percentage based off of the value. Yep. Boy, I done did this shit, boy. That's why I tell people, let me stay in my space, because I done took so many losses. I done learned the lesson every way possible that man, I'm telling you, I done learned all the hard lessons the hard way. Yeah, and I'm finna learn some more.
I'm telling you, back home, just real quick, before we jump off that story, every car that I bought back home, I'd see it sitting in somebody's backyard. It didn't run. A Monte, training day Monte. I had like about 8 of them. But I'd see it in somebody's driveway. Hey man, I give you $400 for that car. All right, cool. Take it home, pull the motor out, or if I had a motor already rebuilt, I'd paint it, put a motor in it, and shit, like 2-3 weeks later, I sold it because somebody wanted to break me off. But with the title, I'd take it to the Secretary of State. How much did you pay for it? $100. All right, cool. Title, $50. No shit. So shit, I was good. Here with that box Chevy, I paid $100 for it, and I had to pay $350 for the bonded title. And I had to keep the car like 2-3 years. As long as nobody came to reclaim it, I was good. It was mine. So that shit was something new that I had to learn. But that one, I was gonna repaint it. I ended up selling it after I primed it, did the body work to it, put rims on it, got the motor top notch. It was an 89. Interior was super clean. Got the AC working. I sold it for like $3,500.
Damn.
And I didn't even fuck with I didn't mess with any of the suspension.
How much money you think you had into it?
$500. About $650.
So it's a really good profit.
Oh yeah.
Hustler, boy. This boy hustler, man. He said he ain't finna pay nobody what he can do. I'm not finna pay nobody if I can do it my damn self.
And my dad growing up as a kid, my mom would always push me out the house, go sit in the garage with your dad. My dad would rebuild motors on his free time for his friends. So I would be in the garage, not paying attention, but mad because I had to sit in the garage with him. And that's kind of got me within the cars. And that's what got me into cars was when I would see my uncle pull up with a 71 Camaro. My dad's rebuilding his 354, but I seen the big rims in the back, the big fat tires, skinny ones in the front, nice paint. I was like, man, I like that. Hot rods, you know. So that's what really got me into doing cars. I used to change motors, swap motors for a lot of my friends. After that, I hated getting my nails dirty and shit, my hands dirty, so I started doing body work. But when I went to COC, which was a skill trade center back home, I learned body work, but it was to skip school. It was to get out of high school. I wasn't an all-A student. So I liked it. I got into it, so I started doing body work. Left the motor stuff alone, but I knew how to do it. But that's when I started doing body work.
And that's what I'll be realizing too. What do you want to do for a customer? And then what do you just be like, I don't know how to do it, but it's not even worth me charging the person to do it? Because like one thing I had a hard time with in the collision business, believe it or not, if a person asks me what something costs, I can't tell you.
Yep.
And majority of the time, I couldn't do a lot of the body work neither. And then another thing too, I can't do a lot of metal work. That's the downside, right? So I would have to rely on somebody doing the metal work, and then I could do the prep, I could do the masking, because I never dove into the collision business for a living. I just had the skill, I had the basic knowledge, but I've always been a barber. But I was saying, as far as like when it came down to looking at profit margin, that's a hard thing to understand in business. And in this business, if your lack of knowledge, you're gonna take a loss so many different ways. And like when a person come and say, how much to fix this, right? I had a lady the other day, she asked me how to fix something small on her hood, on a Corolla, rock chips. Little couple scratches on the front bumper, I told her $500. She looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm looking at her like, I'm finna sand that shit down, primer that shit, seal that shit, respray it, probably not even do a blend, probably paint the whole panel. You get what I'm saying? Make sure there's no blemishes in it. Re-clear all that, and then $500, I'm pretty much gonna have to paint the whole hood, front bumper, and a portion of your splitter to get it back right. And $500 is too much. And that's why I was like, man,
that probably wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Because by the time you factor in your materials, your sandpaper, your tape, your clear, the components that you have to mix in your clear, how much you're using. You know, you might only mix a pint of that clear up, but to subtract how much, to break it down and do the numbers, bro, you're losing money.
And that was the thing, right? So she looked at me like $500, and I'm looking at her like, man, I'm probably gonna wind up fixing this shit for free. You finna go into my pocket. Even when I bid at the job, I was like, man, but it's like, if I would have said anything more than that, 5 was like, she was cringing. But a lot of people don't have no idea what this shit costs.
Yeah.
Because easily I would have $200-300 in materials, and I would have to spray it. One time I got it right. Anything more than that, you definitely going into the red. And you're not coming back out the red. And that's why I tell people, like, right now, a lot of the cars are aluminum. So the old school metal repair that I know, that's already obsolete.
Yep.
It's a dead thing. You know what I mean? So that's why I like the wraps, though. But, man, we're going to have to get on this, man. We could do this all night.
Yeah.
So, all right, so it's multiple bolts in the control arms, right?
Yep. You got your 2 main bolts holding this to the frame.
Okay.
Then you got your shock. These hold your shock in, and then your ball joint. And then you got your center link, or your sway bar link. That's this one.
Because I know a lot of people doing those spindles. They're adjusting the spindles on there.
Yep.
But they taking the old Blazer spindles. Because I heard you even mention it the other day.
Yeah, my homeboy Mac told me about that. And I might do it if I just ain't got time to go to a junkyard and go break that shit down.
Because I'll be sitting back and I'll be like, do I need that to do a bigger break?
kept telling him, bro, you need to do a YouTube channel bad.
Not many people from.
You know, I already broke down the MC this one when I first started this one. He was like, so start it off right now with what you're doing.
I deal with people for that from. You gonna rebuild it?
No, I'm just don't think nothing wrong with it. It felt like it had good vacuum in it still, so I'm just scuff it down and just repaint it.
So you just took it off just for painting? Oh, I took this. Appreciate you.
Yep, I just took it off so I could paint that. It was easier, but I'm
Because I did notice, I was like, man, something. Okay, now I see what it is. Yep. Was it hard? Was it hard to take it off?
No. No, very easy. There's 4 bolts underneath under the where the brake pedal's at. Gas pedal, just right underneath by the steering column.
Okay. Because I'm telling you, my wiring is a nightmare. So I'm just making sure I take good notes. I was looking at that. You ever watch Penny LS1? In Arlington, he got a Gbody.
I just subscribed to his channel.
Penny LS1. He was talking about those right there. Man, the boy done put so much money in his car, man. He got Corvette brakes on that thing. He got like C5, C6. I mean, LS motor. He did
the blazer swap.
He did the blazer swap.
I just
Yep.
seen that.
He did a bunch of rewiring on that car. I mean, he did the pearl paint all up under the dash. I mean, all under the undercarriage, like the fender, splash guards. He didn't paint all that.
Yeah, I seen that.
That badass pearl white, and the boy sprayed that bitch too.
He did it?
Yeah.
He did it himself?
Hey yo. Yeah, he even bought the inflatable paint booth and he spraying that shit in his backyard and stuff. And like,
Nice.
Penny is a really cool dude.
You met him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I talk to him all the time. I ain't gonna say all the time, but I talk to him about like how I talk to you as needed, you know what I mean? Or checking in with y'all every so often type shit. Like, we ain't the best of buds, but we definitely a tough on call away at any given time.
Right. He ain't funny about the information.
Nah, not at all.
That's like me, bro. And that's why I
Not
did
at
my
all.
YouTube channel, because I'm like, I don't know if you know Tony Boone from Saginaw. He's a legend in doing music.
Okay.
Way back in the day. Fucking 80s. So, he kept telling me, he was like,
With
bro,
that
you need
65 Impala?
Huh?
He got the 65 Impala?
No, he used to have a S10 Blazer way back in the day. Real pretty ass brown rag top. And the color was like a cream pearl paint job. He had it lowered to the ground with the ground effects, with the crushed velvet interior, with the 15 by 10 Dayton's golden chrome, real Dayton's.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't sell China's. You had to get Dayton's. Golden chrome, triple chrome, I think it was.
Oh, the
Triple
cheese
chrome.
balls. I like the all golds though. I like all golds. I like them cheese balls, man.
Tony Boone had a badass S10 Blazer roll back in the day with a 350 in it.
Okay.
But he kept telling me, he was like, dude, start your YouTube channel. I was like, man, I ain't doing that shit. Man,
Yeah.
I work too much. I ain't got time to set that up, and I just ain't got time. So he was like,
But
nah,
see,
bro,
you don't understand
what you do.
You don't understand what YouTube could do for you.
Right.
With your knowledge and information, what GM paying you, YouTube could triple that.
Yep.
Because you know how you get paid by YouTube?
Huh.
Google ads. Google running the whole shit.
So every time they put an ad on your video, that's how you get paid?
It's all about advertisement. That's what YouTube's all about. And so if you could lock people in and watch videos, that's what they want. So